We have breaking New York Yankees news as the team has just made a sneaky good signing as they continue to build up a huge area of need for the squad. While we also have an update on a Yankees reunion that is becoming more and more likely by the day, as we now know the Yankees are in talks regarding trying to bring back one of the fan favorites before he ultimately got traded off the team. And guys, there's a lot to talk about on this situation, so we are not going to waste time before we jump into the video. But if you are part of that 67% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss a single New York Yankees update. We got videos coming out every single day on the Yankees, so make sure to subscribe so you know everything that's going on with the team. You want to know more than everyone else around you? You go watch Yankees Digest. We bring you all the news, man. We bring you all the news. We break it down for you. It's the best. But let's jump into the news because there's a lot to go over right now. The team just made a sneaky signing that nobody is really talking about right now. Brian Cashman so far has been yet to make his massive move. And though this is not the massive move, we will talk about a big one later in the video. And also the team did sign this man right here, who has been a very interesting piece for the squad thus far. As Joel Sherman announced, Yankees signed reliever Bradley Hanner to a minor league deal with an invite to spring training, and he'll earn $800,000 if he is to make it to the majors. Now, on top of that, it was mentioned by Ryan Garcia of Empire Sports Media that Hanner has a big sweeper that averages 20.6 inches of lateral movement, but lacks the fastball quality and consistency due to poor velocity and movement. So, he is flawed, but he also has one of the best sweepers in baseball. We know how Matt Blake feels about those type of pitches, and the Yankees ultimately see him as a hidden gem who they have just found and they've brought into their system so they could use and try to develop that sweeper to be an elite weapon for him to be a situational pitcher for the team. It's no secret the Yankees want to add to their bullpen. Their bullpen play last year was just not good enough. They just lost Mark Leiter Jr. to the Oakland Athletics on a one-year deal worth $3 million. Around the exact time I'm filming this video, I did see it on my computer. A notification popped up when I was reading the graphic. But with all that in mind, because of this, the Yankees ultimately do have to go out there and start to add more relief pitching help. They've done it a little bit, and they should continue to try to do it. It's very important. Now, Hanner, he did have a 4.25 ERA in the minors thus far throughout his career with 296.2 innings pitched and 342 strikeouts. This is a strikeout pitcher who uses that sweeper as a weapon. He needs to develop a secondary pitch, and if he does, the Yankees will likely use him in the major league at different points because of that sweeper, as long as they can just find another pitch for him to use. The Yankees are very clear about one thing. If you can throw one very, very good pitch, they'll be interested in you because Matt Blake has the philosophy, I've talked about this before, that he's going to have you throw your best pitch 50% of the time, if not more. Why? Because you're only facing a relief pitcher. As a relief pitcher, you're only facing a batter once. So they're not going to be able to learn from it and get back up to the plate next time around. Not that day, at least. So it becomes something that you do start to learn what you're doing with, and you throw that pitch a whole lot, and then you just need some sort of secondary pitch to use as well to keep the batter honest, so they're not constantly just looking for that same sweeper in this case. But as well, there is other stuff to talk about with the Yankees right now. There are other moves the team ultimately does have to make. I do have bedhead right now. But when we look at their bullpen, it's not stacked up yet. Look, their bullpen's fine right now. I mean, Cade Winquist was a nice addition from the Rule 5 draft. First time the Yankees have picked someone from the Rule 5 draft in a very long time. We also do see at the top of it, we have David Bednar, who's excellent. Fernando Cruz will be back. He was good for them last year. Camilo Duvall struggled with the Yankees, but ultimately has been good in the past. Tim Hill's been excellent for the team. Ryan Yarbrough has been good for the team. And then it comes down to if Brent Hedrick is going to end up getting a spot here as well. But then we also do see Jake Bird. Bird is open. I mean, the Yankees want Bird in the majors. They traded for him. They want to make sure that he works. I mean, his first 3 games with the Yankees, or the only 3 games he played with the Yankees, didn't go well, and they sent him down to the minors where they never picked him back up from. This time around, the Yankees want to use Jake Bird, considering they did pull off a pretty big trade to land him from the Colorado Rockies after all. So when we consider that, it wouldn't be shocking to see the Yankees add some more arms to the bullpen, and I would like them to add another top arm. I mean, obviously, it's not Edwin Diaz who signed. It's not Robert Suarez who signed with the Braves just a couple minutes ago as well. So with that in mind, the Yankees would ultimately have to find someone else on the market. And there will be other free agent pitchers on the market for them to look at. But on top of that, I just gave you a hint about someone who used to be a relief pitcher for the Yankees. But on top of that, as I was going to say, there is other stuff to talk about with the team, considering that the Yankees are trying to bring back a former fan favorite pitcher who did everything from start games with the Yankees to be a setup man with the Yankees to be a closer with the Yankees. Michael King. The man was very versatile when he spent his time with the Yankees before becoming a starter late in his Yankee career. Ultimately, since he's become a starter, his ERA has been a 3.03, and he's had a very good run of it. However, injuries and a step back from a great 2023 or a great 2024 last season has made his value a little bit wonky. He's not in line for a long-term contract like some of these pitchers, the Framber Valdez's, the Ranger Suarez's of the world. And Michael King is more in line, as Jeff Passan predicted, for a 3-year, $75 million contract. With the Yankees getting some money off their books, this is the perfect time to go sign Michael King. Then you add another starting pitcher to your team, which you absolutely desperately need because Carlos Rodon won't be back till April or May, and Gerrit Cole won't be back till May or June. So with that in mind, the Yankees right now definitely need more starting pitching help, and they're interested in Michael King. Now, it was mentioned by Brendan Cuddy that the Yankees need front-end rotation security, which is why the club had at least early in the offseason been in contact with agent Casey Close, who represents free agent righty Michael King. Now, as we know, King did play for the Yankees for a while and still did have a very good year last year. Had a 3.44 ERA in the 15 games that he appeared in, had 76 strikeouts and 73 innings pitched, and a whip of 1.200. Michael King is also heavily being targeted by the New York Mets, and because of that, it might become a bidding war between the Yankees and the Mets. With the way the Mets are just absolutely just having a hilarious offseason, that has led to King really becoming an actual option for the Yankees, and the Yankees should go for him. The New York native is someone who pitched very well in his time with New York, with the Yankees, and ultimately, overall, he's been great. I mean, the last year prior, he got his ERA under 3, and that was not the first time he did that. He had a stretch of doing that for a while since from 2022 to 2024. And even though this season did turn things around, he did throw a complete game shutout this year. It was the first one in his career. And he's been a starter with the Padres, where he's been absolutely awesome, and a couple games with the Yankees as well. So, when we look at King, he is someone who the Yankees ultimately did miss a lot when they traded him. It hurt to trade him. However, for Juan Soto, it did make sense, and that's a decision you stand by, even though we know what's happened with that since. Now, King is someone who the Yankees should totally go for because he gives you another starter on your team, and the Yankees desperately need one right now. When we look at the Yankees pitching, we see right now the rotation looks like Max Fried, Cam Schlittler, Luis Gil, Will Warren, and Alan Winans will be their starting rotation. Now, you can likely replace Winans with Ryan Yarbrough at this point. It just feels more likely because Yarbrough did start. He was their swingman last year, appeared in 16 games, started 8 of them, so literally went half and half before going down with that injury, so when we note that, I mean, Yarbrough becomes their 5th starter, but I'd rather just have Yarbrough come out of the bullpen and have Michael King get signed. I mean, you add Michael King to this team, then you could also, I mean, first of all, you could explore using Luis Gil out of the bullpen. You can explore trades involving Will Warren and Luis Gil, or involving one of them, I mean. And then on top of that, you also just, if you have to, or if you choose to, you can run a 6-man pitching rotation. Gerrit Cole is not young anymore. He's coming off Tommy John surgery. No part of me would be mad if the Yankees end up in a 6-man rotation. Because think about what the 6-man rotation would be. I mean, starting off, you got Max Fried, then you got Gerrit Cole, then you got Cam Schlittler, then you got Carlos Rodon, then you got Michael King, and then you got Will Warren. That is stacked to the gills, man. In the playoffs, you move some of those guys to the bullpen, whoever's been pitching well. So, I mean, your starters will be some form of... It's so good, it's hard to pick. I mean, Cole and Fried will be in there. It's hard to imagine Schlittler and Rodon aren't, but that's already 4 arms. So you look at Michael King, back to the bullpen, he goes for the playoffs, where he absolutely starred with the Yankees. It's honestly an excellent idea. There's nothing, it just makes perfect sense for the Yankees to go out there and try to sign Michael King right now. I love the idea. When you look at the top pitchers on the board, Michael King has the 3rd most market value right now. If the Yankees didn't want to really go for him, then they could look at other areas. Lucas Giolito has been some of the Yankees have also looked at. Had a, if I recall correctly, like a 3.48 ERA last season with the Red Sox. I wouldn't mind signing Giolito instead and doing the same thing. I just think Michael King's a far better pitcher, and he'd be an absolute bargain to get on the predicted deal from Passan, 3 years, $75 million, and I think they should totally go after him. Another guy who would make sense if they want to spend less money is like an Aaron Savali would make sense. Merrill Kelly would make some sense. He's older. You could throw him in the bullpen if you need to. Zach Eflin would make a little bit of sense. Not a big fan of his game, so we could look at that. The Yankees do have options. Zach Gallen as well, but that's kind of a question mark what's happening with him and his career right now, as he's kind of not had a good couple of years. But would you guys want to see Michael King back? What do you think of the Yankees signing they just made? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day. Go Yankees. it's not going to stop recording.